So we're doing an impromptu review of the lore of Hashut, because we want to decide whether it is actually as broken as most of the tournament organisers seem to think, because they continually comp it.
It has 2 good spells, that's what
and Adam reckons he got 2 good spells. Let's have a little look then. So, number 1?
Number 1 is the signature spell. So I read it out like Arithmetic.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called Breath of Hatred, because these guys...
That's not like Arithmetic.
Drink a lot of... yeah. Breath of Hatred, signature spell. The sorcerer's malice infects his chosen allies like an insidious malady.
That's evil Arithmetic.
That's evil, yeah, it is. But I'm a Chaos Dwarf. Insidious malady, spurring them on to ever greater depths of cruelty and savagery. Here we go.
Gives hatred then, is it?
Yeah, basically it gives hatred on 6+. It remains in play as an augment. It's got a range of 12 inches. And that's it, yeah. Or you can buff it again.
To give him more range?
Or? All friendly units within 12.
So that's pretty strong. That's pretty good for casting.
That's pretty good, yeah. That's one of the mediocre ones. It's not amazing.
That's not good
Just
as a
gives
filler.
hatred.
Okay, so we're going to put that in a good. We're going to put that in a good pile.
Yeah, mediocre, I'd say, but yeah, good.
So there's no mediocre. It's good or bad.
Good. There we go. Right. This is the first spell of the
number 1.
Boom! Burning Wrath. The sorcerer calls on the power of the deep earth and conjures forth a torrent of burning lava to immolate their enemies. Here we go. Same casting value. This is a magic missile.
So that's casting value 6 then. Yeah?
Casting value 6. Range of 8 inches.
That's a bit pounds.
Yeah. It does D6 strength 6 flaming attacks. Okay. Magical flaming attacks. The sorcerer can increase this to 2d6 hits if you double the casting value to 12. Sorry.
Okay, well, that's not bad. I mean, I think that plays into the hands when you have your sorcerer on a flyer, though. Yeah.
Although you would never take Hashut on a flyer.
Why?
You would take Lord Fire.
Why?
It's better.
Well, you certainly never take it, but that would
you would never.
We're talking about the laws. We're talking about that one now. So if you was on a flyer, it'd be quite useful, yeah.
Yeah, but again, it would never be taken. That's a shit spell. Shit.
Yeah, okay. I'll put it in for shit just for you. I don't think it's that bad.
There is a lore attribute.
What's the lore attribute do?
On play, which would come into play with this. It's called lore attribute is called Killing Fire. The flame of Hashut kindles best in living flesh and always hungers to destroy. If a magic missile or direct damage spell from the lore of Hashut is targeted on one or more models with the flammable special rule, the wizard adds plus D3 to the casting total.
So it's easy to cast on things which are flammable then?
Yeah.
Across the board then? Is that just magic missiles and direct damage, you said, yeah?
Magic missiles and direct damage.
Okay. Okay.
So that's in the crap. Is that in the crap pile, yeah?
It's put it in the crap pile.
It's not a good spell.
It's not a good spell.
Crap. Here we go.
The range is one. I mean, it's a good spell apart from the range, but it's really strong though.
Pretty strong, yeah, if you're within 8 inches of a dwarf. Here we go. Spell number 2.
Who can fly though?
Range 24, you'd never take it. Range 24.
That's not true.
Cast on an 8. This is Dark Subjugation. Invoking the power of Hashut, Lord of Tyranny. The sorcerer wields their master's darkly malignant force to crush the will of their foes. This is Dark Subjugation. It's a hex, a range of 24. The target must pass a leadership test at -3, or suffer a permanent reduction of the leadership by 1, to a minimum of 2.
That's good.
Unbreakable units are immune to the spell.
Okay.
No, I've never cast it, or even if I've had it, I've never needed to use it.
It's quite a low casting cost. It's nice little one to check out.
I
think that's a good spell.
No.
It's not. Yeah, but you're looking for all powerful. It's not all powerful, but it's still a good spell. It's not a terrible spell.
I'd say it's worse. Oh, no. Doom and Darkness is the one.
How much does Doom and Darkness cost though?
I don't know. 10.
That's more than that.
I don't think it is. I got it here actually.
Well, there we go then. That's even better. So if you compare, I mean, you can't. Shouldn't
10.
Okay, so that costs 10. That's just a range in play on his leadership 10. They can't do anything though once it's done, though, isn't it? It permanently reduces their leadership.
By 1, yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, pass the leadership test.
Yeah, but that can be removed.
And you have a reroll.
Yeah, -4 the leadership test, is it?
-3.
3. Okay, so like Doom and Darkness, but then it's going to affect you permanently. I think that's a good spell.
No, the odds are that you're going to pass your leadership test. Say leadership 10. That's a fail. I get a reroll.
Average dice.
Alright, fail that. So now leadership 9.
It's just dropping like. Depends what you're targeting with it. I mean, I still think it's a good spell.
Nah, I'd say it's a bad spell.
I don't think it's a bad spell. No, I definitely wouldn't put it on a bad spell.
There's better spells.
So it doesn't mean it's a
I'm
bad
definitely
spell.
putting that in the shit spell.
I think we're
moving on to spell number 3 now.
over harsh. Let us know what you think, because I think that was over harsh. I think that's a good spell. I just don't think it's amazing.
It's not amazing, so it's not going in the good pile.
No, it's not the amazing pile.
No, we can argue all day about it, right? Spell number 3. Curse of Hashut. Channeling the malediction that inflicts his own twisted body, the sorcerer turns the dark curse of Hashut on others, causing their bones to petrify and their flesh to grow brittle and crumble to dust. Here we have the Curse of Hashut, cast on a 10 with a range of 18 inches. Another short range spell. Direct damage. Target a single enemy model of the character's choice, even in a character in a unit. Blah, blah, blah. The target suffers a number of hits equal to 2d6 minus their toughness, and they're wounded on a 4+. With no armor saves allowed.
That's good.
It's basically a death spell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good spell.
That's not bad. Yeah,
good.
It's alright.
So far, I think
the range on it is bad.
But then it's going to be for a sniper spell like that. Otherwise,
and
it's silly
it's the 4+1, so it's okay.
It's a good spell.
Yeah, good spell.
So
far we're even.
I think okay. Well, the leadership one's okay.
And so spell number 4. This is the good one. Ash Storm, range of 24, cast on a 12. The sorcerer calls down a hellish storm of choking hot ash, scalding and blinding anything unfortunate enough to be caught in its path.
Excuse me.
We have a hex, a range of 24. The target unit suffers -1 to hit in close combat and -2 to shoot until the next phase. It says here, in addition, the target unit may only use its basic move. It cannot charge, march, or fly. The unit also treats all terrain, except impassable terrain, as dangerous terrain. It also says wizards cannot cast spells unless it's on themselves. And also the unit is flammable.
That's amazing.
That is the best spell.
That's ridiculous.
That's the
stops
spell
you from doing so much stuff as somebody will like.
It stopped ogre units with their...
And the unit counts as flammable as well. And the unit counts as flammable as well.
And flammable, yeah, for the Cadet Destroyer to chomp down on.
Or your flame cannons.
It's bad. It's bad for ogres.
It's bad for a lot of things. Wizard units, so there you go. Legend level 4. You can't do anything this turn.
No, the wizard can leave the unit.
Yeah, okay, then put him out in the open and fine.
You can enter another unit after that, can't you?
You still got to force him in. You can still make him move around and force his hand though.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, just
leave him in there, or you can just spell the spell. It's up to you.
Either way,
that's the best.
If they're wasting dice and spelling that, they're not casting spells on you, are they? So,
oh yeah, definitely.
So that's the main use for that, stopping that and big blocks from coming towards you, really.
Yeah, that's a good spell, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Goes on the good spell pile. Which one's that?
The one
That
nearest.
one there. Yeah, good spell.
Okay.
Number 5. I just remember what it is. Hellhammer. It's got an awesome name.
Hellhammer.
Hellhammer. Sounds like a song. Also a type of warhammer.
Let's write it. Let's write the Hellhammer song. I bet there is one.
The sorcerer manifests the power of Hashut as a thunderous ram of rolling energy in the shape of an immense burning black hammer or a monstrous bull's head, which they can unleash across the battlefield with crushing force. There we go. So it's a direct damage spell. I'll cast on a 13. To determine what is hit.
Battery's gone.
Is it still filming?
Still filming.
That's right. To determine what is hit, roll 3d6. So I'm going to do that now. So that's quite far. That's 12. That's 15 inches in front of me. Very long range. Everything that's hit in a straight line, as determined as a hit from a cannonball, says here, must take an initiative test, or take a strength 6 hit, which does multiple wounds d3. Any wounds, it's like a screaming burning head.
Cause panic test as well.
It causes a panic test.
And they're flaming as well.
And it's flaming, yeah. Does it say flaming? No, does it say flaming?
Oh, okay.
That's weird. That's it. You can double it to double the range that you roll, but cast on an 18 instead.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It's good against certain types of targets. It's the same as Crack's Call for the Skaven, apart from it doesn't kill them automatically.
I don't think that's very good.
I think it's fine.
I think that is rubbish. That's the same as Pendulum.
It's not the same, though, is it?
It's no, Pendulum's better.
Why?
Because it's strength 10, does D3 wounds, and has a more of a range.
What's the casting cost, though? That's the thing.
That costs 13. I don't know what the other one is.
That's not too bad.
13. I've never used Pendulum anyway, which is the best spell. So.
You never use Pendulum.
I've got it.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd say that's a bad spell.
There's two you said about. I don't think it's that bad though. I think they're borderline.
It's one of the
they're
worst
borderline in there. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
yeah, it's one of the worst ones.
One of the worst ones in this lore, but still pretty good. So.
And here we go, the Big Daddy.
This fucking thing is stupid.
6. This is silly. 18 to cast. The Flames of Asgore. Fire leaps from the sorcerer's eyes and mouth as they call. As they. Yeah, that sounds weird. As he calls, should be. Fire leaps from the sorcerer's eyes and mouth as he calls upon the most terrible incantations of fire and destruction. The ground crackling open and boiling magma exploding forth in a devastating eruption at their word. So this is a direct damage spell. Cast on an 18. It can be anywhere on the table. So there's no range on it. You just have to be able to be seen by the wizard. You place a small round template over the chosen target or point, and then you roll the scatter dice and a d6. All models touched by the template suffer strength 6 hits. Strength 6 hits, and they have magical flame in, blah blah. Multiple wound d6.
Fuck.
So that's a big one. In addition, the model directly under the hole of the template must take a toughness test at -2 or be slain outright with no saves of any kind.
That's ridiculous. What a ridiculous
it's like
spell.
a fiery black hole, basically. The sorcerer may choose to increase the flames to the larger template
Sake.
for 25 to cast.
25, okay. We're talking dreaded 13th level there.
Yeah, big. Okay. That's a good spell.
That's a fucking good spell.
That's a good spell. That is the best thing to roll when you're playing.
Well, no doubt, but I'm saying if any of the other ones came in, I wouldn't be too pissed off.
I would.
You wouldn't be. You can't be pissed off. Like.
Never used them. They're rubbish. I think I tried to cast.
Maybe you missed a trick. Maybe you're missing a trick.
No, I don't think so.
I think you got a chance with the Hellhammer. I think that's not awful against like ogres in particular. It's multi wounds.
Like I'm running really high here. But the average range is like 11.
Yeah, but you can cast on a bigger one if you're going to do it, or get close. Like I think the thing you're dismissing these because you don't play with the guy on the Bull Centaur.
You would never take Laura Hash on the Bull Centaur.
Why?
Not Bull Centaur? Great Taurus or
Why
Bell
not?
Taurus. You take Laura Fikes, you can heal him. You can heal the mount.
Right, okay, but I don't
Which
think
only has 4 or 5 wounds.
I don't think that's that relevant, to be honest, though.
Yeah.
Because most of the lower fire are missiles, which you can't cast when you're in combat anyway.
No, that's fine, it's the buffs you need.
Yeah, but you're lucky to get them as well, because lower fire is okay. It's not terrible at all.
Level 3 or 4, right? You get it.
I don't see the argument. I mean, I think
it's definitely better anyway.
I think those ones do benefit from you on a flyer, though. So.
It may be worth taking just purely for this spell, these 2 spells. But even then...
Yeah, possibly. I never played with them, to be honest, because they don't interest me at all. But they seem fine. I think I'd try them at least just to see, rather than dismissing them just on Math Hammer.
It's not on Math Hammer.
Well, no, I've
played with them quite extensively, and
not with the flyer though.
No, not with the flyer.
There we go. So, I'm assuming that the Math Hammer would be better because it's.
No, just Law of Fire. I think it's better for it.
Yeah, you haven't tried. That's what I'm saying. You haven't tested it. No, anyway,
no point.
That's the review of the Lord of Hashut. It's a bit dismissive from Adam, but it's still,
And you.
I'm not dismissing. I'm thinking everything's worth a try.